Let's hear it with a click. Everything's spot on, isn't it? This is a great use for marker points to quantize audio material and to place audio material into the right positions. And there is another use for using endpoints with audio segments. I mean, apart from quantizing the material to the beats, I can now also change the tempo of the music. And whereas before, when it was one long segment with only one audio event at the very beginning stating play this certain segment for so and so many bars, now I've got many segments which are linked to each and every beat of my tune. So now I can change the tempo. Let's say I'm going down to 60. Sorry, 60. And then you can still hear the click in the background. And the whole thing is playing slower. And I haven't actually time stretched the audio material, and I haven't added some sort of noise, and I haven't lost the quality of my recording in the first place. Everything sounds spot on, and I can even increase the tempo. Let's go to 100. Or even 200. Okay, and let me show you what I mean. If we compare this one with the arrangement in general, these are our claps which we've quantized to the beats. And in order to show you what I mean, I need to get rid of all those segments. Apart from the, well, deleted too many there. Yep, let's delete these and open up the very first segment again. Okay, and let's quickly check the bass. Bass is just one segment as well. Now let's play the tune. And you can hear that the claps are clapping away on tempo 200, whereas everything else, if you listen carefully, is still carrying on its original tempo of 88 BPM. The only real problem we get is down here in bar 5, when the next bass and the next drum loop segment is supposed to start playing, because these 4 bars here originally lasted a lot longer, but because we've got a very high tempo here, these 4 bars are a lot shorter in duration, so this segment kicks in too early. If we solo those 2 parts and maybe even go into the editor, maybe for both parts, you can see that the second segments are coming in a lot sooner. By the way, this is a stereo track, that's why you can see 2 fields, dynamic fields, and if I change the view again, you can see the waveforms completely. Let's play those bits. And let's play it with a click on. Okay, after 4 bars, these segments start to play, and that's the loop that kicks in. Now let's see whether we can do the same timing trick with the drums, and I'll go into the drums. Let's change the tempo back to 88, and let's go for the drum loop. Here it is. Let's open it up a little bit. Okay. And let's do the same trick that we did before. Let's get some endpoints. Let's try this. Obviously we have to change the view. Now here we can see the endpoints. Let's cut snippet endpoints. Okay, that's still the same. Now we've got lots of segments which have all got their own key points. Now because we've got a groove which uses 16th notes, we need to use a 16th note quantize setting. Since the music is already quantized, it wouldn't really make much sense to quantize it even more. Although we could. Let's try it. See, we didn't really see a difference. But what happens if we make the tempo slower? Let's go down to 60. The tempo is a lot slower now, isn't it? Unfortunately, you can hear little clicks all over the place because it's a stereo file, and also because some sounds last a bit longer than we want them to last. And let's play the result. And now you might be able to hear lots of little clicks, which we didn't have when we did the same thing on the clap. This is because it's a stereo file. That's for a start. And even though it's looking for a zero crossing on one of the sides, it doesn't find a zero crossing on both at the same time or at different positions. The only way to get around this is to maybe turn basically the stereo file into two mono files. That's one option. And the other option is to use a little trick if you don't mind the slightly gated sounds. I've set up something like this. This is our drum channel. Let's go for the dynamic section. And now I've switched on the gate. And we can't hear the clicks anymore. There might be a few little bits here and there. There was one which we could then isolate and maybe tweak in the actual audio editor. And let's see what happens if we speed the tempo up. Let's go for 120. That's not too bad, is it?